Hey there, everybody. Happy July the 2nd to you. Hope you're doing really, really good. I'm listening to a little Pirates of the Caribbean calming music this morning. Just got finished watching the F1 qualifying, so that's always super exciting. I'm working on some buttons. These are Jennibellie style cardboard buttons. She called it the recycle button tutorial. I will link that in the description box below. But I did just want to sit here for just a minute and work on these buttons and talk to you about some changes, period. These buttons are really fun, y'all. You start with just a circle from cardboard, and then you need two things. You need that thick cardboard and then a thinner cardboard on top. This is kind of how Jenny's look. The reason that mine look like this is because I had some thin paper pad, the cover of the paper pad. So I had some of these nice patterns that seem to kind of work with this technique. What I've done is, and we're going to sit here and just use some double-sided tape. You really don't have to use double-sided tape, but it's a little bit easier to deal with than glue, which can often be, a little slippery. We're going to adhere this small circle onto the large circle, and this gives the button some dimension. So watch Jenny's tutorial because it's really super cool. The one thing that I wanted to remind y'all of is that I have a Patreon site. It's where I share a lot of things, I think Patreon's so cool because you can kind of share your personal content among friends, and that's I think I have like 15, 20 ladies who are my patrons, and it turns into like a coffee clutch, sort of. You're just I'm able to share information really quickly with them. You get exclusive content, you get exclusive printables that I don't offer anywhere else, photos of my garden, stuff. It's just stuff of a more personal nature that I really don't want to put on YouTube. My tiers start at $2. So for $2 a month, you can get all the digital content that I post on my Patreon site. Patreon is a great way to support working artists. If it weren't for my Patreon ladies, I don't know what I would do, because it's like last month. Let's just take last month as an example. Both of the dogs had to go for testing, parasite testing, and they both needed their heartworm and flea and tick meds. I don't know if you may not have animals, but the flea and tick and heartworm, the Milbegard and the I forget what the other one's called, Milbegard and I don't remember, but it has like really, really, really increased in price. So now it's costing like $100 a month just for dog medicine. And with the the rising, I'm not complaining, I'm just stating a fact, with the rising cost of everything else, which we've all noticed, it becomes difficult, like last month, that was $200 that we just had to come up with to pay for testing and their medicine. I would rather go without food than than have my dogs go without their health medications and their testing. But it was awesome because my Patreon crew, that, that they paid for it. And it was just like, it's awesome. So if you're thinking of supporting an artist, I would be humbled if you would think about me and my doggies. And I'll put a link to my Patreon site. At the $5 level, I send you guys happy mail each month. And that's always, it's a lot of fun for me to, kind of come up with something that I think you guys might like. It might be sample items from my shop. It might be what I'm currently working on. Like probably these little buttons will go into some happy mail for July. So that's $5. $5 gets you happy mail every month. You guys can jump on Patreon, get some content, and then you can jump off. The only thing that I ask is that, if you're going to jump on at the $5 level, and I'm going to send you happy mail, that you don't like jump off the next month. I mean, that's all I'm asking. But there's so much content over there, and so many things that I just don't put on YouTube, and things you might enjoy. Especially there's a huge collection of all kinds of printables, from 1950s advertising printables to chippy printables, things that I just offer for my patrons. There's the $10 level. At the $25 per month level, you get a special gift. You get a handmade book, junk journal, notebook, something that is very specific for that level of support. So please, consider supporting me at Patreon for my puppies. Puppies are expensive. So I went in to get food for them the other day, and the can of food that I was doing 89 cents for is now 89 cents per can, is now $1.60 per can. She's gonna shock her, man. Shocker. Okay, so we did the double stick tape thing. The next thing I want to do is poke holes in these. So we'll poke the holes while I talk to you about a new feature over here at YouTube, and that is the thanks button. Now you'll see that in the, as you scroll, you'll see the video, and then there'll be like options where you can comment and that sort of thing. And you'll see a new option that is thanks. You can send me a little thanks. And it is a monetary thing, which is super helpful. Okay, there we go. So you can see, it's really coming along. It's really fun. Very cool. The next step after this, y'all, is to cover it with tissue paper. I don't have tissue paper, so I'm just going to cover mine with some napkins. I just set up thank you, so it's super much appreciated if you could support me like that. I'm always hesitant to ask about support or for support, but here's the thing. I've had several people say, where is your thank you button? And I'm like, I don't really know what that is over here at YouTube. So yesterday I kind of explored what that was, and I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, you know, let's definitely do this. It was kind of linked to the AdSense, which is your revenue from having ads on your channel. Let's talk about that for a minute too, because you'll notice that on my channel, the ads are overlay ads and sidebar ads. I don't allow non-skippable video ads, because I think that interferes with your viewing experience. But you know, that's where you create the most income at YouTube, is, you know, allowing your content to be interrupted by video ads. So sticky. And I like for you to have a positive viewing experience here. So that's why my monetization, you know, we can talk about monetization. You know, I make maybe $100 a year from monetization of my videos, because I don't do the non-skippable video ads, non-skippable ads. The other little option to support this channel, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I have 1,300 videos. That's a lot of content over a lot of years. You can go back and watch me from the very beginning of my crafting career, and I guess we can call it that. It's been quite a journey, quite some time in the making. I also have a Venmo account set up, and you know, if you're more comfortable with that, then you know, you can Venmo me. There's also, if you guys, here's a great thing. There have been several people who have super kindly sent me gift cards. It's just the nicest thing. I cannot really express my appreciation for that. You know, a crafty career, unless you are like really an established creator, is not an income producer, right? It's just not. And we don't, you know, we don't do it to make the big bucks. That's not it. We do it because we love our audience, and we love to help them learn new things and new techniques and new you know, new crafty things. My big thing is use what you have. You guys know that I don't have Amazon affiliate links and things like that, because I really do believe that you can pretty much make what you want with what you have. There are a lot of ladies who do Amazon affiliate links, fine. There are a lot of ladies who use the latest tools and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and that is excellent and wonderful. It's not you know, it's different strokes for different folks, right? That's kind of how the world works, or how it should work. We can have a difference opinion without hating the person that we have a difference of opinion with. You can still love people. All right, so recap. We talked about Patreon, and we talked about the thanks button. So I would really appreciate you guys using that. I think you can thank me for as little as $2, you know, which honestly makes a lot of difference. This does take a lot of time. I'm super lucky to have like 2 more side hustles, and I'm very grateful for those as well. You know, the farm is seasonal, so that will end in October 31st. And it's not just me, y'all. You know, if there's a creator you really love, try and figure out some way to support that creator, even if it's just like $2, $5, you know, joining their Patreon for $10 a month. And, you know, when you think about that, that's like 2 of those fancy coffees and that sort of thing. But it's not just me, it's all the people who are here on YouTube, who are creating and presenting content to you guys so you can learn new things and have fun and be part of a community. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Happy July 4th. I think I'm going to be skipping a couple of days on the old YouTube, as my mama says, so I can get some yard work done around here. Thanks a lot, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.